hopefully and prayerfully everything will work here. We're going also on YouTube Live. We're trying that for the first time. We're doing Facebook Live as we always do. So we got a lot of things going on, guys, here, and hopefully you can hear me. If you can't hear me, please let me know. I'm going to go on and hopefully, like I said, you guys can hear me. Okay, right now I'm not hearing anything from Blog Talk Radio. Let me try to turn that up. Because right now I'm not hearing a thing. There we go.
To hear important instructions, press 2. To speak to customer service, press 3.
All right. I think everybody can hear me now. Here we go.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, everyone. We're doing a test broadcast here. We're doing some simulcasting. We're actually on on Blog Talk Radio, streaming live across the internet. We're also on Facebook Live, and we also are on YouTube Live as well. And we're going to try this here. We actually have open phone lines. We'll be able to hear everybody on the broadcast on YouTube and on Facebook. If you want to call in and join in the conversation, call-in number is 347-326-9991. We want to talk a little bit about the Falcons versus the Seahawks. I want you guys to let me know, number one, who you think is going to win this game. Do you think the Falcons can pull this thing off? Or do you think the Seahawks and Russell Wilson are too much? Again, the call-in number is 347-326-9991, and that would allow me to bring you on the audio, also on the Facebook Live. I want to give a shout-out to everybody who is on the broadcast. We got my buddy, DJ, does a wonderful job with photography, NFL events, high school, college football. So check him out at Thomas Photo ATL on Periscope. Also want to give a shout-out to Yolanda Dryer Buzz. Does a great blog. So we want to thank God for her joining in on the broadcast as well. Also want to give a shout-out to, I think that is Thomas. I can't read it too good. I think it's... Oh, that's you, DJ. Okay, got you. All right. All right, so I'm going to have people try to call in here. Please call into this phone line, 347-326-9991. I'm going to test this phone line to see if it works, because that way we'll be able to have phone calls also onto the Facebook Live broadcast. So, again, we thank God for those of you who are watching us also on YouTube. Well, let's kind of break this down a little bit here as we wait for phone calls to come in. Again, open phone line is 347-326-9991. I want to get your opinion to whether the Falcons can knock off the Seahawks today, or whether the Seahawks are going to pretty much end the Falcons' hopes for postseason by knocking them off. Here's our setup right now. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the standings. Seattle is 6-3, and Atlanta is 5-4. So Atlanta definitely has to win this. You know, it's very, very interesting. If Atlanta actually wins tonight, with all the stuff that's been going on this season, Atlanta actually will have the same exact record that they had after 10 games last year, 6-4. Yeah, I know we kind of forget that, but that's where they were last year. They were just 6-4. So again, yep, we thank Yolanda Lattimore, a.k.a. Dryer Buzz, for posting the number. Again, if you guys want to call in and join the conversation, we got it set up so you can be heard on the radio. You also going to be heard online, but also we'll be able to pipe the phone call into the Facebook Live broadcast. So if you guys want to call in and comment, 347-326-9991. Don't be scared. We'd love to have you on the air, hear your comments to whether you think the Falcons can knock off the Seattle Seahawks and put themselves really right smack dab in the middle of this playoff race. So again, phone number 347-326-9991. Well, last week, Falcons had a huge must-win game. Knocked off the Dallas Cowboys 27-7. Now, of course, here's what I wrote in my blog. The Falcons were facing a depleted Dallas Cowboys squad. So they did not have All-Pro Sean Lee. They did not have their All-Pro tackle, which is why Adrian Claiborne went wild and had a Falcons record 6 sacks. So you got to understand that, you know, we weren't playing a full Dallas squad. And, of course, they did not have All-Pro running back Ezekiel Elliott. So who knows if all those people that played in the game, would the Falcons have won? But you can only play who's in front of you. So at the end of the day, the Falcons were able to pull off the win 27-7. I want to give a shout out on Facebook to Nathan Lewis. I want to thank him for joining again. If you guys want to call in and join the broadcast, I have a special phone line set up tonight, 347-326-9991. Love to have you join in on the broadcast. Love to hear your comments to whether you think the Falcons can not only win this game, but what their chances are for the playoffs. You know, one of the things they talk about all the time when watching football, whether it be high school, pro football, or college, the terminology eye test is always used. You know, people, a team is ranked, they have these power rankings in the NFL, they have AP and coaches poll in the college. But at the end of the day, you hear most people say it's about the eye test. What do people really look like, when they see them on the field? We're going to go to phone lines right here. I think we have a caller, and we're going to join the caller in right now. Caller, phone number ending in 1380. Welcome to the NFL pregame Falcons Seahawks. You're on the air.
Hey, it's Yolanda.
What's going on, sister? How are you?
Hey, I just wanted to call in and just want to thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. And you said you wanted to test out the number to test out.
Yes, I did, and I appreciate you calling.
I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, listen, it's really following people like yourself and others who really, a lot of people don't know because they see you and they have a lot of excitement about, things buzzing here in Atlanta. And I think that some people think that you're like a Johnny come lately. But, you really were one of the early pioneers as far as not only blogging, but using, the technology, doing the online broadcast, and especially getting involved right off the rip with Periscope. You were one of the early people that were on that, and really, like you said, man, I kind of saw you. I was like, hey, that looks pretty interesting. So, we appreciate you, appreciate what you're doing. We also appreciate the fact that you have been consistently, like the name of your blog, you really keep people aware of what's going on here in Atlanta. Now, I'm going to ask you this real quick. Speaking of the Falcons, what did it look like being down there to see the Georgia Dome gone?
Yeah, I went. I had to cover that. I don't know. I mean, so fast and so rapidly. You can't. It's hard to keep up with everything that's going on. So I had the opportunity to go down and to give it in our perspective, what it means to our community. It literally sits in our community. When you talk about, stadiums moving and the changing and building and tearing down, and there's so much change going on right now. It's hard to keep up. I got home to the headlines, still trying to change out different monuments and things like that. And we have so many people who move to the city, but it's not so much a transplant. It's almost like the transplant and the people who've been here all their lives are in the same place and don't know what's going on with the city. So, I just have to thank everybody for indulging us on our own curiosity of what's going on in the city. And that's what the blog is about. You see something and you say, well, what's going on over there? We try to go over there and find out.
Well, and I tell you, you do a great job. And one thing that I really enjoy about you is that you have apparently the same thing that I've had since I was a child. You seem to have a great love for trains, because I can't believe the number of posts where somehow you're catching a train going somewhere, or the train is stopped and you seem to catch that. And I know from the time I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old, I've always been fascinated by trains. I mean, are you the same way, or are you just caught in traffic?
My love for trains, again, and I don't know if I don't know if generations today know it or remember it, but I mean, that's the history of Atlanta. One, trains, are the ones that took us across country. It's transportation, which is a big issue here in Atlanta. We are still not utilizing the transportation, the natural,
Please tell that story.
indigenous transportation of this city. So, I mean, we were once called terminus, and that's why you see so many train tracks all around the city. You can't go 2 miles in the city pretty much and not at one point be riding alongside the train track. So, it's again another part of us.
Well, no question about it. And of course, as you mentioned, the city's early name was Terminus, which goes for the fact that it was a major railway stop going back in the early history in the 1800s. So it's just really part of the Atlanta fabric. Well, one of the things we want to do here is we always do when we bring somebody like yourself on who, really is doing some great stuff here in Atlanta. We want to let people get a shout out on where they can find you, website, and of course social media, because that's where they really can see the latest and greatest from Dryer Buzz for sure.
I think you would break it up just a little bit. And I think you said, where could you follow us?
Right. Yeah. Where could you be followed? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the website, and I'm going to get ready to jump on here in just a little bit because, like you said, it's a pregame. This is a big game for Atlanta, so I'm going to jump on. Our website is dryerbus.com. We are in our 16th year blogging about Atlanta and beyond. And so right now we are kicking off our fall season. It's usually the beginning of the year. We go from fall all the way to spring. And our schedule and everything, we blog every day, we post every day. But we have a number of things that operate on there in different seasons. And so we are getting ready for an exciting year. So definitely follow us. Everything, all platforms, Dryer Buzz, and then, of course, at dryerbuzz.com.
Well,
Thanks
listen, we appreciate you
again.
for jumping on for sure.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night. And we got a score update. Falcons take the early lead 7-0 in the first quarter over the Seahawks. Again, guys, if you want to give us a call in, this is a trial broadcast here. We're testing out our system to see if we can do some simulcasting, both podcasting and television, I should say YouTube and Facebook Live all at the same time. So we're trying to do some multitasking here. So we thank those of you who have joined in. We want to give Ricky a shout out. Again, if you want to call us in and be part of the broadcast, our phone line is 347-326-9991. Falcons, of course, have already taken a lead over the Seahawks 7-0. So just want to get your opinion to, in fact, hey, do you think the Falcons are going to pull this thing out? Are they going to be able to win tonight? Or is the Seahawks with dangerous Russell Wilson, always a danger, scrambling on that pocket, going to be able to pull out his late game heroics against our Atlanta Falcons? Again, before we sign off, 326-9991, area code 347. Again, 347-326-9991 if you want to join the broadcast. Well, again, this is all a test. We're just trying to make sure the system works properly. So we're going to review this to make sure that, hey, we really are coming through loud and clear. And certainly if you guys want to comment, please do. Love to hear your comments or see your comments, and we can look here even on YouTube or on Facebook Live. Please give us your comments. Let me know. Can you hear me okay? Is the sound quality all right? Because, again, we are testing this to make sure the system works, because we are going to start to do some live broadcasting as time goes on, not only just for sports stuff, but also in terms of ministry as well. So we're testing out the technology to see what kind of quirks or kinks that we might have in it. So, again, we appreciate you guys joining us here on the NFL pregame. Again, our Falcons have taken the early lead over the Seahawks 7-0 here in the first period. The Falcons have their work cut out for them. The good thing for them is this, the fact that Seattle is shorthanded, especially defensively. Okay, no Richard Sherman, no Cam Chancellor, no Averill. So, I mean, this is a team that defensively is not the Legion of Boom that we're accustomed to, especially with Chancellor and Sherman both being out. So, to me, this is a very winnable game for the Falcons. So, and they need it. It's a must-win game. They have to win this game in order to keep themselves in the playoff hunt, because, as you can see, they're getting no help from other teams as far as beating who's in front of them. New Orleans pulled off a miracle win yesterday against the Redskins, actually being down 31-16 with about 5 or 6 minutes to go in the fourth period. Drew Brees did what he does, got his team down the field for 2 scores to tie the game, and then the game-winning score in overtime. And, of course, the Redskins did all they could do to help them by not tackling anybody. So, again, we just appreciate everybody for tuning in and joining us tonight. Hopefully the broadcast sounded okay. We're going to do these tests to make sure we can get the sound quality as best as we can. But we thank those of you who have popped on to indulge us here, both on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live, and on Blog Talk Radio. All right, everybody, I'm going to let you watch the rest of the game. And as Falcons Seahawks, Monday Night Football, we appreciate all those of you who have joined us here on Blog Talk Radio. And we ask you guys to please check us out anywhere on social media by simply following us at Real Talk Sports 7.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And that's signing off now to the Blog Talk people. And we also appreciate, again, everybody on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. We're going to play this back to make sure the sound quality is good. Hopefully it is. And if not, please put in your comments, whatever. Hey, brother, you sound staticky. We can't hear you too good. Whatever it is, we'd like to know because, without your feedback, we really can't tell how the quality of the broadcast is. So, again, I love your feedback. Let me know how the sound quality is on the broadcast, whether you can hear me, whether we sound staticky, whether we're going in and out, because those are some of the problems that we've experienced over time. So, again, we thank those of you who popped in to join us on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live, and we look forward to doing better and more as time goes on. Everybody have a great night. God bless you, and go Falcons. All right, everybody, again, I just want to say thank you guys for joining us. Thank the people on YouTube Live that tuned in. Thank everybody on Facebook Live that tuned in. I'm going to compare the sound quality both with and without the mic. I was running the mic through my mixer, and I think we were getting some static and feedback, so we're going to monitor the two, and hopefully the sound quality will improve. Matter of fact, I know it will improve as we continue to go forward in our endeavors. All right, everybody, again, God bless you. Have a great night.